So all of this now brings us to what we don't know. What we don't know is how many other times Twitter has used this tactic of censoring content, censoring information, because someone has told them to do it. Whether it be a political candidate, whether it be a world leader, whether it be a company has told them to suppress information. Remember that at the beginning of COVID, you would be censored on Twitter. You'd be locked out of your account on Twitter if you dared to talk about the lab leak theory for COVID-19, if you dared to allege that perhaps COVID came from a Wuhan lab. The same thing would happen on Facebook. So what else have they been up to? What else has Twitter been up to? That's the big question that any real journalist would start asking. But so far, nothing. Nothing at all. Let's take a look actually at what Canadian media are reporting on, if at all. Let's take a look at what Global News is reporting. Seems quiet over there. What about CTV News? Perhaps the state propaganda outlet, the CBC. Oh, wait a second. What's this story here? Here we go. Trump condemned after calling for partial termination of Constitution over his election lie. Seems like not what we're looking for. However, the CBC, along with the Globe and Mail, decided to pick up this story from the Associated Press. No Canadian journalist was willing to write this story, obviously, so they picked up a story from an American wire news service, the Associated Press. You're probably thinking to yourself, well, this is another Trump attack article. Why is he bringing this up to us right now? Well, as a matter of fact, the Associated Press did mention the Twitter files. Only 10 paragraphs buried into this story and completely botched. Take a look at this. Trump's comments came after Twitter's new owner, Elon Musk, said he would reveal how Twitter engaged in free speech suppression. See how they use scare quotes for that free speech suppression? Not like, of course, it was actual free speech suppression, right? That wasn't free speech suppression. Quote, free speech suppression leading up to the 2020 election. But files released Friday, which focused on the tech company's confused response to a story about Biden's son Hunter, do not show Democrats trying to limit the story. Excuse me, Associated Press, that's not the story. Have you been paying attention? The story is not Democrats trying to suppress the story. The story is Twitter suppressing the story. Obviously, that's what we're talking about. Obviously, this is free speech suppression by a social media company, not the Democrats. Obviously, the Democrats wouldn't want the story. The Republicans wouldn't want the story if it was about Trump.